Cold blue light on platform 7. Morning sky still half asleep. Coffee steam beside my hands. Quiet rails beneath my feet. Distant whistles through the fog. Silver air and waking towns. One old suitcase by my side. Like a life I'm leaving now. I spent years beside the noise, running after smaller joys. Same old trains and crowded nights. Same dim office neon lights. Now the silence feels alive, like the dawn has changed tonight. Every breath inside the cold feels a little brave and warm. Tiny lamps along the track, golden light on rain-soaked black. No one asking where I go, and for once I'm moving slow. Platform 7 at dawn. Coffee warmth before I'm gone. Every rail beneath the sky feels like learning how to fly. Platform 7 at dawn. Lonely hearts still moving on through the fog and amber light. I can hear my soul tonight. Soft accordion in the rain. Morning trains and window frames. Foreign cities waiting far, like forgotten little stars. Maybe freedom starts this way. One small ticket, one slow train. Every mile beyond the grave pulls another fear away. Old hotel beside the sea, open curtains next to me, writing postcards in the sun like my life has just begun. Morning bread and violin, ocean air against my skin. No one calling out my name, still I smile just the same. Past the years I held too tight, past the rooms without the light. There's a quieter side of me, waking with the moving breeze. Platform 7 at dawn. Northern clouds are drifting soft. Every station that I pass feels like healing from the past. Platform 7 at dawn. Quiet freedom pulling on through the rain and railway signs. I can finally hear my life. Silver rails and fading skies, morning trains and tired eyes. One last whistle through the blue, and the world feels new. Golden light on narrow stairs, ocean wind inside the air, little tables by the street, coffee coffee warmth and drifting breeze, old tram rolling slowly by, silver clouds in quiet skies, someone laughing far away, like the start of softer days. I spent years beside the clock, walking through familiar blocks, always running, always late, living small inside the day. Now the sunlight moves so slow across the hills of Lisbon gold. Every corner softly shines like forgotten parts of life. Tiny cafes open doors, footsteps on the marble floors. No one asking where I've been, still I feel the world begin. Slow morning in Lisbon, warm light through the blue horizon. Every road beneath the sun feels like life has just begun. Slow morning in Lisbon, soft winds through the old pavilion, through the sea and painted skies, I can finally breathe tonight. Through the square, salt and flowers in the air, foreign voices drift like rain, softly washing off the years. Maybe freedom sounds like this, morning waves and quiet bliss. Every road I never knew feels a little warm and true. Old hotel above the sea, open windows next to me, writing postcards in the sun like I'm young again somehow. Morning bread and orange light, slow guitars through sleepy nights. No more reasons left to run, no more battles left undone. Past the years I held too tight, past the rooms without the light. There's a softer side of me, waking with the ocean breeze. Slow morning in Lisbon, silver gulls above the harbor. Every smile and passing train melts away the hidden pain. Slow morning in Lisbon, lonely hearts can still feel driven. Through the hills and coastal skies, I become myself tonight. Golden light and softer rain, old tram bells and window frames, one more coffee by the sea, and the world feels slow to me. Old paper folded in my coat, quiet lines I never wrote. Morning rain on narrow streets, slow cafe and tired feet. Tiny station, silver air, clouds are floating everywhere. No direction in my hands, only sky and passing trains. I spent years beside the plan, living like a careful man. Every road already known, every dream kept close at home. Now I walk without a name, without needing where or when. Every corner feels alive, like the world has changed tonight. Little windows glowing gold, stories drifting through the cold. No one tells me where to go, and somehow I love it more. A map I never opened, empty roads and skies unspoken. Every step beneath the rain feels like finding life again. A map I never opened, coffee, warmth and station moments. Through the dark and foreign lights, I can hear my heart tonight. Soft accordion in the square, autumn moving through the air. Foreign voices, distant songs make me feel where I belong. Maybe freedom looks like this, missing trains I'll never miss. Every road I leave behind turns a little more to light. Old hotel beside the sea, quiet room and wooden key. Moonlight falling on the floor like I've never seen before. Morning bread and violin, open doors and colder wind. Still I smile without a plan, like I finally understand. I don't need to know the end or the places trains will send. All I need's this moving sky and another sleepless ride. A map I never opened, northern rain and streets unspoken. Every mile I pass tonight leaves another piece of light. A map I never opened, lonely heart still moving forward. Past the years I held too tight, toward a softer kind of light. Paper lines beneath the rain, I won't trace them once again. One last whistle through the night, and I disappear from sight. Morning rain on narrow stones, quiet cafes opening slow, silver sky above the Seine, soft footsteps through the rain, tiny flowers by the street, coffee warmth and drifting breeze, someone laughing far away, like the start of lighter days. I spent years beside the clock, walking through familiar blocks, always saving dreams for later, never riding trains alone. Now the city moves so free, like it's waiting there for me. Every corner softly shines like forgotten parts of life. Old bookstores and amber lights, little songs through rainy nights. No one asking where I go, and for once I'm moving slow. Paris without a plan, coffee cups and weathered hands, Every street beneath the sky feels like learning how to fly. Paris without a plan, accordion through the rain again. Through the lights and river signs, I can finally hear my life. Tiny cafes softly glow, golden windows down below. Foreign voices drift like smoke through the cold and through my coat. Maybe freedom looks this way, wrapped inside a slower day. Every road I never knew feels a little warm and true. Old hotel beside the Seine, open curtains, silver rain, writing postcards by the light, like I'm young again tonight. Morning bread and violin, autumn wind against my skin. No more reasons left to run, like my life has just begun. Past the years I held too tight, past the rooms without the light. There's a softer side of me walking by the river breeze. Paris without a plan, lonely hearts still understand. Every bridge and passing train washes off the hidden pain. Paris without a plan, golden skies above the lamps. Through the rain and fading night, I become myself tonight. Silver streets and softer skies, Paris glowing in my eyes. One last whisper through the rain, and I smile again. Cold platform beneath the rain, silver rails and passing trains. One small ticket in my coat, like a word I never spoke. Morning smoke and cloudy skies, quiet tears behind my eyes. Coffee warmth inside my hands, like the start of something vast. I spent years beside the clock, running through familiar blocks. Same old streets and office lights, same long weeks and sleepless nights. Now the station calls my name, nothing feels the same again. Every mile beyond this town feels like laying old fears down. Worn out shoes on foreign stone, for the first time on my own. There's a calm inside the gray, like the rain has washed away. The ticket in my coat carries more than words I wrote. Every rail beneath the sky feels like learning how to fly. The ticket in my coat, tiny paper, quiet hope. Through the rain and amber light, I become myself tonight. square, autumn moving through the air. Foreign voices, cafe songs make me feel where I belong. Maybe freedom looks this way, wrapped inside a slower day. Every road I never knew feels a little warm and true. Old hotel beside the tracks, wooden chair and unpacked bags, writing postcards to the rain, smiling like a child again. Morning bread and violin, open doors and colder wind. No one asking where I've been, still I feel the world begin. Past the border, past the sea, there's a quieter side of me, learning how to simply stay inside every passing day. The ticket in my coat, northern skies and falling smoke. Every station, every mile brings another softer light. The ticket in my coat, lonely hearts can still be bold. All the years I held too tight disappear into the night. And the world feels new. Echoes through the hall, quiet station, gentle calls. One small suitcase by my side, silver rain and cloudy light, coffee warmth against the cold, hands that carry growing old. Still the rails begin to sing, like another life begins. I spent years beside the noise, building homes and smaller joys, saving dreams for later days, watching seasons slip away. Now the platform feels so wide, like the sea at morning tide. Every step beyond the grave feels a little less afraid. Tiny towns and passing trees, slowly dancing with the breeze. No one asking where I go, and for once I'm moving slow. One suitcase, many memories, old cafe lights and rainy streets. Every mile beneath the sky feels like learning how to fly. One suitcase, many memories, soft trumpet through the evening breeze. Through the clouds and railway signs, I can finally hear my life. Soft accordion through the rain, foreign songs and moving trains. Little stations drift away, like the years I used to chase. Maybe freedom sounds like this: quiet roads and slower steps. Every mile I leave behind lifts another weight from life. Old hotel beside the sea, open curtains next to me, writing pages in the sun like my life has just begun. Morning bread and violin, ocean air against my skin. No more reasons left to run, still the journey carries on. Past the years I held too tight, past the rooms without the light. There's a softer side of me, waking with the moving breeze. One suitcase, many memories, golden lamps and drifting dreams. Every station that I pass feels like healing from the past. One suitcase, many memories, lonely hearts can still feel free. Through the rain and fading skies, I become myself tonight. Silver rails in coffee steam, quiet towns and older dreams. One last whistle through the blue, and the world feels new. Silver rain on moving glass, quiet towns are fading past. Coffee warmth inside my hands, morning sky in softer gray. One old coat, one leather bag, little dreams I never had. Railway lights and distant signs pull me somewhere past my life. I spent years beside the clock, running through the same old blocks. Same cafe and same goodbye, same blue ceiling every night. Now the mountains slowly move, like they know what I've been through. Every station feels brand new, every breath feels lighter too. No one asks me where I go, no one says I should come home. There's a freedom in the rain, soft and quiet like a train. Window seat to somewhere, cloudy skies and open air. Every mile I leave behind feels like healing in slow time. Window seat to somewhere, lonely heart still breathing there. Through the glass the world turns gold, even strangers feel like home. Tiny streets and yellow lights, late night trains and softer nights. Foreign songs from down below move like rivers through my soul. Maybe I was meant to leave, just to learn again to breathe. Every road beneath the rain whispers softly, live again. Old hotel near river blue, wooden chair and quiet rooms. I can hear the city rain dancing slowly on the frame. Morning bread and violin, open doors and colder winds. Still I smile without a plan, like I finally understand. I don't need a perfect map or the years I can't get back. All I need's this moving train and a sky that looks the same. Window seat to somewhere, northern lights in autumn air. Every town I pass tonight leaves a little more sunlight. Window seat to somewhere, empty roads and cafe chairs. All the years I held too tight disappear beyond the night. Silver rails and quiet rain, nothing waits for me again. Still my heart feels warm somehow on this train to somewhere now. Morning rain on silver lines, old cafe and faded signs. One small suitcase by my side, quiet roads and cloudy skies. Slow reflections on the glass, little towns are drifting past. Coffee warmth inside my hands, like a song I understand. I spent years in crowded rooms, running fast through afternoon. Now the stations call my name, nothing feels the same again. Worn out coat and gentle breeze, foreign voices through the streets. Every mile I leave behind feels a little more like mine. Empty seat beside the door doesn't hurt me anymore. There's a calm I've never known in this train ride all alone. First train after goodbye, soft gray rivers passing by. Through the rain and northern light, I can breathe for once tonight. First train after goodbye, no more clocks to chase in life. Coffee, steam and quiet skies carry me beyond goodbye. Tiny station, amber glow, winter wind begins to slow. Old guitar from somewhere near turns the silence into air. Maybe freedom comes this way, wrapped inside a slower day. Every road I never knew feels like starting something new. Little hotel near the square, wooden chair and midnight air. Writing postcards to the rain, smiling like a child again. Morning bread and violin, open windows, softer winds. No one waiting back at home, still I never feel alone. Past the mountains, past the sea, there's a quieter part of me, learning how to simply stay in the beauty of the day. After goodbye, golden lights and sleeping skies. Every town that passes through leaves another shade of blue. First train after goodbye, slowly teaching me to fly. All the years I held too tight disappear into the night. Silver rain, I won't be the same again. One last whistle, fading light, first train after goodbye. Silver rain on narrow streets, old cafe and tired seats, window light in amber gold, quiet hands against the cold, passing shadows, distant cars, clouds are hiding all the stars, still the city softly glows, like a song Vienna knows. I spent years beside the noise, running after smaller joys, always early, always late, living by a careful shape. Now the rain begins to slow on the stones beneath my shoes. Every corner feels alive, like the past walks by tonight. Coffee, steam and violin, little dreams returning in. Every face I pass tonight feels familiar in the light. Rain over Vienna, soft accordion remembers all the years I left behind, floating slowly through my mind. Rain over Vienna, golden lights through rainy weather, in the silence of the street I can hear my heart still beat. Tiny table near the glass, watching strangers slowly pass. Foreign voices drift like smoke through the air so warm and low. Maybe freedom looks this way, wrapped inside a rainy day. Every road I never knew feels a little more like truth. Old hotel beside the square, midnight wind and colder air, writing letters I won't send to the man I used to be. Morning bread and cafe song, soft piano all along, no one asking where I go, and for once I'm moving slow. Past the years I held too tight, past the rooms without the light. There's a softer part of me waking with the city rain. Rain over Vienna, northern skies and warm umbrellas. Every mile and passing train wash away the hidden pain. Rain over Vienna, lonely hearts can last forever. Through the rain and amber glow, I become someone I know. Silver rain and fading light, empty streets and quieter night. One last train beyond the blue, Vienna rain. I walk through you. Coal station under cloudy skies. Steam is fading in my eyes. One small table near the rail. Quiet hearts and autumn air. Old departures on the board. Soft footsteps across the floor. I can hear the morning rain slowly calling out my name. I spent years beside the noise, running after borrowed joys. Same old streets and tired lights. Same long weeks and sleepless nights. Now the window holds the rain, like it wants to wash the pain. Every mile beyond this town feels like setting something down. Coffee warmth inside my hands, like a map I understand. No more reasons left to hide. No more clocks to chase tonight. Coffee before the border. Silver clouds are rolling slower. Through the glass the world turns white, and I finally feel alive. Coffee before the border. Old regrets are getting smaller. Every rail beneath the rain carries me away again. Little station, fading light, soft cafes and passing nights, foreign voices drifting near, like old songs I used to hear. Maybe freedom comes this way, wrapped inside a slower day. Every road I never knew feels like something warm and true. Tiny hotel by the square, wooden chair and colder air. Writing postcards to the rain, smiling like a child again. Morning bread and violin, open doors and softer wind. No one asks me where I've been, still I feel the world begin. Past the border, past the sea, there's a quieter side of me, learning how to simply stay in the beauty of the day. Coffee before the border. town I pass tonight leaves another piece of light. Coffee before the border. Lonely hearts can travel farther through the rain and railway signs. I can leave the past behind. Steam dissolves into the gray. Morning rails just drift away. One last whistle through the rain, and I won't be the same again. Morning light through open blinds, silent room and slower time, coffee cooling by the bed, no more dreams inside my head. One small train beyond the rain, calling softly once again. Empty phone beside my coat, like a door finally closed. I spent years beside the noise, answering familiar voices, always needed somewhere fast, never letting moments last. Now the silence feels brand new, like the sky is open too. Every breath inside the grave feels a little more awake. No one waiting by the door, no one asking anymore. Still the morning feels so warm, like a softer kind of dawn. No one waiting, no one calling, only sunlight on the hallway. Every mile I leave behind feels like peace I couldn't find. No one waiting, no one calling, quiet freedom softly falling through the rain and railway lines. I can finally hear my life. Foreign streets and cafe songs move like rivers all night long. Little lights on empty trains wash away the older days. Maybe freedom sounds like this: lonely rooms and gentle winds. Every road beneath the blue feels a little more like truth. Old hotel near the sea, open window next to me, writing postcards in the sun like I've only just begun. Morning bread and violin, ocean air against my skin. No one asking where I've been, still I feel the world begin. Past the years I held too tight, past the rooms without the light. There's a quieter side of me, waking slowly with the breeze. No one waiting, no one calling. Golden light along the harbor. Every station, every train leaves behind another chain. No one waiting, no one calling. Lonely hearts can still feel glowing through the clouds and fading skies. I become myself tonight. Silver rails and quiet rain, nothing pulling me again. Still my heart feels warm somehow in this silent morning now. Morning rain on window glass, silver rails are moving past. Coffee warmth inside my hands, quiet sky above the land. Old reflections in the pane, all the years I carried pain. Still the train keeps rolling slow, like it knows it's time to go. I spent years beside the noise, building life for other joys. Always careful, always kind, leaving little space for mine. Family dinners, office lights, longer days and shorter nights. Never asking what I need, only running at full speed. Now this morning feels so strange, like the world has softly changed. Every mile beyond the gray feels like breathing for a day. The day I chose myself, quiet train and empty shelf, every road beneath the sky feels like learning how to fly. The day I chose myself, no more dreams left somewhere else. Through the rain and railway signs, I can finally hear my life. Soft accordion through the air, morning wind and colder rain. Little towns go drifting by underneath the silver sky. Maybe freedom sounds like this, lonely roads and quiet peace. Every mile I leave behind lifts another weight from life. Old hotel beside the sea, open curtains next to me. writing pages in the sun, like my life has just begun. Morning bread and violin, ocean air against my skin, no one asking where I've been, still I feel the world begin. There's a softness in my chest, like my heart can finally rest, not forgetting those I love, just remembering myself. The day I chose myself, golden light on dusty shelves, every station, every train washes off the hidden pain. The day I chose myself, lonely hearts can still be well, through the clouds and fading skies, I become myself tonight. Silver rain and moving trees, quiet rooms and ocean breeze, one last whistle through the blue, and I finally feel new. Silver rails beneath the rain, morning clouds drift past the train, coffee warmth inside my hands, quiet towns and distant lands, window trembling with the breeze, slow reflections over me, everything is moving light, like the sky this morning white. I spent years beside the clock, walking through familiar blocks, always rushing through the days, never watching clouds escape. Now the train moves calm and low, through the fields and falling snow. Every mile beyond the gray feels like time has slowed its pace. Little stations passing by, tiny birds against the sky, no one asking where I go, and for once I'm moving slow. Clouds above the carriage, soft as all the years we carry, every road beneath the blue feels a little warm and true. Clouds above the carriage, floating free and never hurried, through the rain and railway signs I can finally hear my life. Soft accordion in the air, silver light in colder rain, morning rivers drift below, like the years I used to know. Maybe life was meant to move, like these clouds that pass so loose. Every mile I leave behind lifts another weight from life. Old hotel beside the sea, open curtains next to me, writing pages in the sun, like my life has just begun. Morning bread and violin, ocean air against my skin. No more reasons left to run, still the journey carries on. Past the noise and hurried nights, past the rooms without the light. There's a gentler side of me, waking with the moving breeze. Clouds above the carriage, golden skies and silent valleys. Every station that I pass feels like healing from the past. Clouds above the carriage, lonely hearts can still feel magic. Through the fading northern skies, I become myself tonight. Silver rails and drifting rain, clouds still moving with the train. One last whistle through the blue, and the world feels new. Little room beside the rain, quiet lamp and window pane, coffee cooling by the bed, slow blue sky above my head. Distant footsteps down the hall, old train whistles soft and small. Ink is moving through my hands, like a life I understand. I spent years beside the noise, running after borrowed joys. Same old streets and crowded days, same familiar shades of gray. Now this tiny room feels wide, like the sea at morning tide. Every page beneath the light feels like talking to my life. Worn out suitcase by the chair, ocean moving through the air. No one asking where I've been, still I feel the world begin. Letters from a small hotel, stories only silence tells. Every word beneath the rain feels like healing once again. Letters from a small hotel, soft saxophone and carousel. Through the fog and amber skies, I can finally hear my life. Foreign music through the square, night cafes and colder air. Little lights on narrow streets move like memories underneath. Maybe freedom looks this way, wrapped inside a slower day. Every road I never knew feels a little warm and true. Morning bread and violin, open windows, softer wind, writing letters I won't send to the man I used to be. Tiny station by the sea, silver rails beside the breeze. No more reasons left to run, like my life is just begun. Past the years I held too tight, past the rooms without the light. There's a gentler side of me, waking with the city rain. Letters from a small hotel, northern clouds and wishing wells. Every train that fades from sight leaves another softer light. Letters from a small hotel, lonely hearts can still be well. Through the rain and railway signs, I become myself tonight. Pen grows quiet in the blue, morning light comes shining through. One last whistle through the rain, and I smile again. Rain still sleeping on the stones, quiet bicycles roll slow, silver water through the town. Clouds are drifting softly down. Coffee warmth beside my hands, morning bells across the bridge, little lights along the rain glow like memories again. I spent years beside the noise, building life from smaller joys, always saving dreams for later, never walking streets alone. Now the canals move so calm, like the world has lost its rush. Every step along the grey feels a little more awake. Tiny cafes by the rain, old jazz floating through the haze. No one asking where I go, and for once I'm moving slow. Amsterdam after rain, silver streets and window flames, every bridge beneath the sky feels like learning how to fly. Clouds and water lights, I can finally hear my life. Bicycle bells and cooler rain, little boats drift passing slow, like the years I used to know. Maybe freedom sounds like this, quiet roads and simple bliss. Every mile I leave behind lifts another weight from life. Old hotel beside the canal, open curtains, distant songs, writing pages by the light, like I'm young again tonight. Morning bread and violin, cold canal breeze on my skin. No more reasons left to run, still the journey carries on. Past the years I held too tight, past the rooms without the light. There's a gentler side of me, walking by the rainy streets. Amsterdam after rain, golden lamps and passing trains. Every corner that I pass feels like healing from the past. Amsterdam after rain, lonely hearts can still feel grace through the clouds and northern skies. I become myself tonight. Silver rain and cafe lights, quiet songs through autumn nights. One last whisper through the blue, and the